Shalom Akim, brother Kamal Mahar here, back at it again. First things first, we give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, qadash. Double honors apostles and elders on the truth from GMS, and blessing to the Akim out there preaching his word with whole heart, true sincerity, and blessing to the 144,000 and 1/3, the first fruits kingdom of heaven, the house of David, the Biyaf Dawadah. And shalom to you brothers out there speaking different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom. So today, I'm back into my favorite topic, Akim, spiritual power. I wanted to bring some precepts on it. Got this little video I was watching on Dragon Ball Z. Just kind of I saw it through a spiritual eye, so I just wanted to show it in reference what I mean. What's going to happen is like Jake waiting on the Lord for the Lord Yahawashi to fight for us. But I got the perfect, couple little transformations of Dragon Ball Z of the Saiyans, which spiritually Saiyans are the Israelites. If you really think about it, they're a most hated race, warrior race, and obviously the most powerful and their race of people are pretty much like the most threatened and the most hostile and the best warriors that the universe can offer. Sounds very similar, especially when Yahawashi, it says when Yahawashi is with us, who can be against us? That's why so-called Frieza, which would be the villain in this situation, would be Esau and try to destroy all the Saiyans because he was threatened. He felt like their power was getting mighty and great, and so he had to destroy their planet. Sounds like what happened to the Israelites when we went after 70 AD, while the Africans sold us off, or even the second Pharaoh fell. We was getting mighty, was multiplying, and he said, this is a threat to our pretty much civilization. So put them in slavery and kill their firstborns, trying to get rid of Jake or the Saiyans in spiritually, metaphorically. It's the same thing. That's why brothers get into Dragon Ball Z. It's why I do, because we look at things from a spiritual eye. But, this whole video is on spiritual power, on how there's going to be a day where, Most High is going to let us loose and let us be hunters and let us, let loose for all the things we've been dealing with. Because right now we're fishing, but it's going to be a time frame where we're going to be able to exude our anger against the Esau and the heathen. So especially like the moment in the video I'm going to bring out, where just the Goku was fed up, he was tired, he was he was struggling, and it was that time where it was time for him to transform and be a hunter and get back. So let me go to I'm gonna bring out precepts first. Let me see. Let me start with Wisdom of Solomon 3. That's a good little start. Let me see. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. Right, and that's why I bring that Dragon Ball Z out there, because Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, we seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. Absolutely, especially slavery. We're in the ghettos, snared up in holes and things of that nature. And it says, and their going from us is utter destruction, but they are in peace. Absolutely, because we have this word of Yahawashi, and we know that, matter of fact, pursuant to the 4th verse, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet they're hopeful of immortality. Absolutely, because when we get those spiritual bodies, man, spiritual power coming up in Jacob's trouble and things of that nature, we know that's the patience and the faith for the saints. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know that these promises is going to come to us to be able to, fight back Esau and the heathen for what they have done to us, because it says it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulations of the ones that trouble you. So, we're prisoners of hope, and we know that by faith, Yahawashi is going to bestow that power on his men, Lord willing, on one of those men to be able to, to get back when they get back. And it says 5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right. The Most High has not forsaken his people, pursuing the Romans. I believe that's Romans 11, I believe. So, the Most High is going to, we being chastised right now. We snared in holes. We in our captivity Just like how it says in Lamentations, I brought this out last video, Lamentations 4:22. This is a perfect verse for this particular moment. It says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and he will discover thy sins. Exactly. That's what's going on right now. And the Lord is going to, bestow that power on brothers, man. Lord willing, on one of those men, man. I'm telling you, man, this power that's going to come about on these brothers is going to be marvelous, man. It's going to be like X times 55,000. It's going to be a phenomenal thing to see. Brothers is going to be flying, resurrecting people from the dead. They're going to be, manipulating elements, electricity, telekinesis. I mean, it's going to be, shooting fire, electricity, turning water into wine like Yahawashi did, because it says it right here in John, believe it's John 14:10, I believe. It says, believe not thou I am in the Father. Believe not that I am in the Father. Let me see, because I'm gonna bring that out anyway as well. But it says, okay, 14:10. Believe thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me. The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Right. And Yahawashi is the mediator of the situation with Yahawah. And then if Yahawashi is going to bestow that power onto us, it's going to go down. And right here it says in 12, it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Right. When Yahawashi was doing miracles, he was doing miracles to show his power, and also, that was part of the game. When we get the power, like he said, we're gonna be doing greater works, because now we're gonna be able to be a little carnal with this one. We're gonna be able to fight back. Because how can brothers really how is us Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Indians, how are we going to be able to fight back Esau and their robots and their drones and their missiles and their machine guns and their tanks and their numbers and things of that nature? How are we going to be able to fight against that? We need spiritual power in order to defend ourselves. It's going to be like 30 Edomites on one Israelite. We're going to need power from on high, man. And in that day, Luke, let me go to the book of Luke 10:19. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on the serpents and scorpions, right? And over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So when we get that spiritual power, man, we're going to be like Neo on Matrix Reloaded. We're going to be stopping bullets. What'd he say? He said, what the movie say? He said, he was like, how do you know something? He said, am I going to be able to dodge bullets? He said, when you believe, you're not going to have to. And then you saw Neo put his hand up and bullets was stopping in midair. Like, I'm telling you, man, we're going to get power like something vicious, man. This is my favorite topic. I can go all day with spiritual power, because brothers, Lord willing, man. That's, like I told brothers before, spiritual power was how I got into the truth. Absolutely. The Lord knew my heart. He knew exactly how to get me. And that was ingenious of the Lord, of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. It's like, okay, I'm part of the hopeful elect, and I'm in this thing, and I'm doing the work. So, I've been woken up to this truth. And what better way to, get me from a spiritual power aspect? It wasn't the kingdom of heaven. It wasn't that we are Israelites in general. Because I heard I was an Israelite by my little brother not too long ago before that. But the Lord knew how to get me. If I was part of this thing, the Lord knew how to get me through spiritual power. And I was sold. Because I always been on Marvel, Dragon Ball Z, power type of a guy. I always was fascinated by it the whole way. All of Marvel and DC and Dragon Ball Z and all those different, whatever it is you got to offer. Power Rangers, Captain Planet, whatever. Anything the entire with power got my attention. So the Lord was ingenious with that one to get me in the fold. Let me see. Now, I also like to bring in Because what's going to happen is you got martial law, you got Esau coming like a flood, pursuing the 59:19, 59:20. Oh no. Yeah, Isaiah 59:19. So which I'm gonna bring that out in a second, but it's going to be Esau coming like a flood, and they're going to outnumber us, which is going to seem like, but that's okay because Leviticus 26 chapter talks about how the Lord is going to help us, man. It says Leviticus 26:7, and you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword. So it's not going to be about numbers with the Lord. The Lord always deals with small numbers. This thing is about quantity. This thing is about quality over quantity. That's how the Lord deal. Just like how you saw in the movie 300, which I heard they were Jakes, which makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, though, 300 Spartans versus almost crazy couple thousand men, and they all took them all out. Come on, man. The Lord deal with quality, not quantity. The Lord, just like King David was by himself, knocked out 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like the power the Lord going to bestow on his men, man. The Israelites, man. And the Israelites are the one who get that power. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. Like I said, Lord willing, I'm one of those men. Oh, man, to be able to fly, telekinesis, speak to brothers mentally. Oh, man, super speed, super strength like Hulk or Superman. The idea itself is just unfathomable, man. Brothers is like, and it's the creator we talking about. So the type of power we gonna get, like I always talk about Mr. Manhattan off of Watchmen movie, that blue entity. Man, we're gonna have power like that. Or you brothers should check out that movie called my brother Ariyah put me on. The movie's called Higher Power. That also is a very, very phenomenal depiction of power as well. That makes a lot of sense. But this thing is about quality, man. It's not quantity. 30 Edomites gonna come right at us, man, and one Jake gonna be able to take care of all that. Like I would say, from the outside looking in, there's gonna be 30 Edomites going into a house, but only one man coming out. Listen, that's how that's gonna work, man. Let me go into Wisdom of Solomon. Go back to Wisdom of Solomon, actually. Wisdom of Solomon 6:1, I believe. It might have been 6:1. It's 6 Kingdom. I knew it was 6 though. Okay, let me see something real quick. Let me see. We go to my notes. Yeah, 6 and 17. Salakia. Okay, 17. So I was close. It says let me see. Was that it? Okay, that's what it say. I'm not really sure that. Okay, yeah, Salakia brothers. I'm not really sure that's the one I was going for. I might have broke that one down a little bit, but that's okay. I definitely know more precepts. I wanted to get into Isaiah, because there's a couple of things the scriptures get into that we really gonna be doing out here, and that's just a phenomenal thing to see. Like, there's a lot of brothers other than me that would love to fly. So take a look at this. Now it's not just about 31. If you read up a little bit, is really what it is. It says 40, 28 through 31. It said, hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting Most High Yahawah, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary, neither is no searching of his understanding. When you take a look at that right there, there's no searching of his understanding. That sounds like 1 Corinthians 2:9, where it talks about eyes never heard, eyes never seen, ears never heard. So, you know what I mean? So it's no understanding of Most High, man, and with the things that he got prepared for the ones who love him. And it said 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. Right. So that makes sense. So Esau got all the weapons. They got the blessing of the sword. They got the numbers. like I said, Yahawah deals with quality, not quantity. You see what I'm saying? And we the feeble. Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians are the feeble out here. We're fucked up. Excuse my language, but like we ain't got no strength. We got no power right now. We're proverbs and proverbs. You know what I mean? Every day we don't know if we're going to live or die. And it says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But it says, but they that wait upon the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. We going to be super fast, ain't going to be able to fly, brothers. We going to be able to fly, man. And we going to be doing stuff like David did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that? Pursuant to, see, these things are proven in the scriptures. Zechariah 12 and 8. It says, in that day, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David as the Most High, as the angel of the Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi before them. We gonna be some powerful situations. How do you think we was able to in the Torah? How do you think when the Most High was sending us via Moses, sending us to conquer different lands, to take over for inheritance? How do you think we was able to do that? And brothers didn't die either. How was we able to do that? From spiritual power in the Lord, man. The Lord said, fear not. Just go ahead and do your thing and I got you. I'm going to be the one to fight for you. We're going to be as David. You know, David, ran through a troop. He had his feet was like Hans' feet to crawl up, to jump over walls. And man, David was on a super insane situation. Now look at this. Feast your eyes on the idea of this. Just imagine Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi themselves via Yahawah via Yahawashi teaches you something like this. 144 and 1. Just think about this. Blessed be the Lord Yahawah, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Now, if Yahawah teach you how to fight, what kind of fighting style, what kind of movements, what kind of techniques, what are you going to be doing in that situation to be able to fight your enemy if you was taught by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi themselves? Like the Creator taught you how to fight. What are you going to be doing? It's no understanding how that will pretty much be. I mean, that's insane to just recognize. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like, you know what I mean? He's going to download fighting skills for you to do your thing. I mean, you got to think about all the mixed martial arts and different fighting styles that nobody's ever seen before. I mean, that's insane, man. This is a really, really high spiritual thing. And this is like phenomenal information to know. Let me go back to Isaiah. Because pursuing it like Psalms 144, let me go to Isaiah the 41st chapter, and I believe pursuant to let me see, 41 and 15. Behold, matter of fact, let me go to 14. It says, 13. For I, Yahawah thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Come on, the Creator going to help you out. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, you men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make them hills as chaff. Like mountains are like governments and big organizations and big governor people. You got the government, you got everything they entail with the government and things of that nature. Serpents, scorpions, it goes in the same thing. All their chariots and everything they got to offer. We gonna just be out here drawing on them, like just utterly destroying them with no type problem. Ain't gonna be no type of defending themselves against the men of the Lord. You a real men of the Lord and you get that power, you're gonna be unstoppable, man. And the Lord is gonna make you a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Not no man, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a phenomenal entity, man. Whoo! What a phenomenal thing to be involved in. And there's more precepts you can get into, but I wanted to get the nitty gritty of that one. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go to my last precept. Let me go to what is that? Micah 4 and I believe 13. I believe it says, "Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth." Whoo! Yo, listen, the Lord ain't playing, man. He gonna use his men to do some damage. And I can go to Jeremiah 16:16, but I made my point. What I wanted to do is, let me show you how brothers gonna be, man. We tired of this situation. This how brothers gonna be whenever our time is done. The spirit gonna come upon us, and it's gonna be just like this. That's the man of the Lord right there. That's how it's gonna look. We gonna have a glow. This is so spiritual. It's like I had to put this up, like brothers. I had to show brothers this. That's the man of the Lord right there with darker skin. I'm gonna just put it like that. We're gonna transform it. Look, Yahawah's gonna make us new threshing instruments having teeth. Yeah, we gonna be out here. And you saw Frieza like, what? Because when Esau coming like a flood, pursuing the Isaiah 59:19, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna lift up a standard against them. And that's exactly what Goku did. He lifted up a standard against Frieza, and Frieza could no more mess with him after that. Now I show a couple other ones of a couple Saiyans powering up, but only a couple more. Videos already too long, but I wanted to give brothers a perspective. I gotta end off on that one. That's how brothers gonna be. But we gonna know the spirit of the Lord is gonna come upon us, man. And we know it's gonna definitely give us that power. And once we turn up, and we gonna be looking at ourselves like, oh shit, like yeah. Call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, man. I brought this out. This was edifying to the brothers. I had to put this one up, man, for motivation, man, bro. We gonna get some crazy looking power, man. Yahawah, he is to be, exists by Bahasham in the name, and the only begotten Son of the Lord and Savior deliverer, Yahawashi, Bahasham in the name, and the Holy Spirit of qadash. Double honors and apostles and elders on his truth from GMS, and blessing to the Aki, my dear, preaching his word, will hold our true sincerity, and blessings to 144,000 and 1/3, the first fruits kingdom of heaven, house of David, the Biyaf Dawadah, and shalom to you brothers out there that's speaking in different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom. And end it off. You bastard, I'll never forgive you. We ain't never going to forgive Esau for what they done to us, man. We gonna get that get back. Shalom, brothers.